Having success and being able to meet one's goals requires knowledge, a sense of direction, hard work, and resources. Some people might add to that list luck, connections, and perhaps a strong belief in yourself. We accomplish our goals one step at a time, doing a little each day. So using your day effectively is important. On many websites, from Forbes magazine and Fast Company to health and physical fitness sites, productivity experts share advice on how to achieve your career and life goals. Most of the experts agree on one thing. Starting your day on the right foot is most important. Collected from these websites, here are 5 ideas on how to start your day off right. Number 1, get up an hour early. People who get up early in the morning have a jump on the day. For starters, they're awake. And some studies show that our willpower and attention span are strongest in the morning. In fact, the morning may be the most productive part of your day. In American English, we like to say, the early bird gets the worm. Here, if you're a bird, the worm is the reward. So this expression means that people who rise up early have a head start and, therefore, are more likely to succeed. Inventor, philosopher, and writer Benjamin Franklin would probably agree. Americans like to use Franklin's memorable expressions. One of them is, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Of course, there are exceptions. People who are night owls do their best work and their best thinking at night. Number 2, drink a glass of water with lemon juice. While your coffee is being prepared, or while you are waiting for your tea water to heat up, drink a glass of water with lemon juice. Why? Health experts say that drinking a combination of lemon juice and water first thing in the morning jumpstarts the body's metabolism. Not only does it jumpstart your body's cells, but this kind of drink keeps them moving throughout the day. Number 3, don't answer email or jump into social media as soon as you get up. Your coffee or tea is ready, so you decide to look at your email quickly or open up your Facebook account. Well, don't. This is a great way to forget about the day ahead. We've all done it. You see a Facebook post from a friend you haven't seen in a long time. He is angry about some political issue, and the heated discussion pulls you in. Before you know it, an hour has passed. You're angry with lawmakers, and it's not even 9 in the morning yet. You hurry out the door so as not to be late for work. This is not the best way to start your day. Number 4, exercise. Some people may disagree with this one. Exercising in the morning may not be for everyone. Some people like to exercise after work or at night. Physical fitness experts and trainers often suggest some form of exercise in the morning because the middle of the day is a busy time for most people. By the day's end, you may not have the time or energy to exercise. How many times have you finished work and said to yourself, "I'm too tired to exercise. I'll do it tomorrow"? Exercising in the morning prevents that from happening. Number 5, think about your day at night. Meditate, visualize, whatever you call it. Take time at the end of the day to think back on all the things that have happened. Give thanks if you want, and spend a little time to think about tomorrow. Some people who talk about living in the present may criticize this, but it may help you to prepare if you take a few minutes to think about what you need to do the next day. Also know that your day will probably change. You probably won't have time to do everything you planned, but that's fine. If you did one thing, that means you are one step closer in reaching one of your goals. And if you follow this advice, at least you've already gotten your exercise out of the way. And that's the Health and Lifestyle Report. I'm Anna Mateo. Which of these tips do you agree with? Which ones do you disagree with? Do you have other tips or advice on making the most of your day? Let us know in the comments section.
The Philippines appears to be seeking a return to stronger economic relations with the United States. Experts say the change may be designed to balance the Philippines' increasing dependence on China. The Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs said it is seeking to intensify economic cooperation in an effort to improve relations with the U.S. The department posted the message on its website. It also said stronger economic ties would go beyond security issues. The two nations have been strong allies since the Philippines became independent in 1946. But relations have worsened since Rodrigo Duterte became Philippine president last year. Duterte has reacted strongly to American criticism of his deadly anti-drug campaign. One example, he reduced the number of joint naval guard activities. The Philippine Foreign Affairs Secretary, Peter Cayetano, met in Washington with U.S. Senator Cory Gardner. He leads the Senate Foreign Relations Subcommittee on East Asia. Cayetano suggested deepening the economic relationship between the two countries. President Duterte has made major changes to his country's foreign policy. These include searching for economic aid from China, although the countries dispute territorial rights in the South China Sea. Duterte has also sought help from Russia and Japan. Japan and China are helping the Philippines with its $167 billion five-year plan to improve public works. Dexter Feliciano is a Filipino and founder of a new company in Manila. He says, "We won't want to distance ourselves from the U.S. because we are really trade partners and culturally we are connected." The United States has long permitted Filipinos to work in the U.S. as teachers and nurses. About 3.4 million do so. more work in the U.S. than in any other foreign country. These workers then send money to their families in the Philippines. About 10 million Filipinos work in other foreign countries. The United States is among the top foreign investors in the Philippines. A U.S. Embassy official in Manila says the United States has made more than $4.5 billion in direct investment in the country. It is also a top trading partner, she said. The two sides exchanged more than $17 billion in goods last year. Americans own Convergys, the Philippines' largest private employer. The embassy says the information management company employs more than 60,000 Filipinos. Duterte and some Filipinos have complained that the U.S. economic aid comes with conditions. For example, last year, the U.S. government stopped planned sales of 26,000 firearms to the Philippines. The U.S. also said it would redirect $9 million in aid away from the Philippine anti-drug training. The American government criticized Duterte's anti-drug campaign, which included killing drug crime suspects without trial. Businessman Feliciano says aid given by the U.S. has strings attached. We have to do this, we have to do that. But what if the government doesn't want to do it? Experts say military and public pressure may have pushed Duterte to try to strengthen the Philippines' relationship with the United States. Early this year, a research company in Manila, the Social Weather Stations, found that about 70% of Filipinos place much trust in the United States. Carl Thayer is a retired professor at the University of New South Wales in Australia. He has studied Southeast Asia for many years. He says Duterte's position as chairman of the 10-member Association of Southeast Asian Nations could be influencing his actions as well. Thayer says much of Southeast Asia depends on the United States for trade and defense support. Experts note that Chinese aid also has limits. Thayer says, "You get an impression that the leaning to China has had its limits and constraints. It's resulted in a lot of promises and some delivery," he said, "but not completely." Thayer says a return to close ties with the United States shows that the Philippine government is becoming more realistic. I'm Ann Ball.